Now, I will fully admit that I have not properly tested any of this stuff out. I didn't plan for it or anything. I just said, you know what? Let's do a short little art. I'm not gonna look at art. Let's do a short little stream before the new year. I do have a bit of a thing to go to. Oops. So, before I have to go to that, I said, you know what? Let me... The Y needs to be out further. There we go. So when I go over here, something like that. Anyway, what was I saying? Before I have to go to that, let me do my best to get some of this stuff done. You know what I mean? So, what were we doing? It's a little bit too drastic. Getting this all sorted out is really tough. Whatever. It's just going to have to look a little bit awkward because otherwise I'll spend all of this time bug fixing and none of this time actually doing any art, any drawing. We don't want that. We don't want that at all. I intend to make as much use of this as possible. And you know what? Maybe in the future I'll do this more often. No advertising. At least not from me. Not yet. I was listening to the Trash Taste podcast and they were talking about how difficult it is to ensure that your content is safe when there's music involved. And I mean, what are you gonna do? Sit here in absolute silence while doing art? Like, no, you have to have something going. So just one of those things. The more I work it out, the easier it'll be. But it's really discouraging when you go to upload a VOD or a video, and the first thing you get is, yeah, copyright claimed. There's some music that I would love to absolutely rock out to, but I don't know whose toes I'll be stepping on in the process, you know what I'm saying? So I need to turn down the Y a little bit. See if this helps. Kind of. Like I said, can't really afford to worry about it too much. Turn up the music just a little bit. Oops, let's see, eraser. Guess I should finish coloring this first before I worry too much about cleaning up the lines and the ends and stuff. I don't color my stuff too often because I just don't think that I'm very good at it. But who knows? I bet you all thought that it would be nothing but shooters and unpopular JRPGs. Well, how you like me now? Next thing you know, I'll be doing podcasts and stuff. Just kidding. Except for, well, you know. I kind of wonder, since this tablet basically acts as a second display, I wonder if people ever like use it for stuff other than drawing. Not that I would do that, but like, I don't know. I imagine that that these tablets are designed to be used for pretty extended amounts of time. You know what I'm saying? So like, what if instead of having like chat up on the phone, you just had it on your drawing tablet? Or like you played videos off the drawing tablet. I wonder if there's any repercussions that come along with that. Again, not gonna do that. Just curious. I am just curious. Okay, so I have a heart shape that I didn't exactly line out. I'm curious. Well, I'll leave that for now. I need to decide. Oh, the legs. Getting ahead of myself. The sheer fact that I'm even doing color or trying to do color at all means that this image will be one of the most complete images that I've ever worked on. By my own definition of the word, that is. All right. Oops. I feel like there's an easier way to do this, but if there is, I don't know what it is. I'm sure that the standard practice is to kind of pick out a like a color scheme beforehand, right? mean, I know what color I'm supposed to be, but the clothing and the accessories and stuff, I didn't exactly work that out beforehand, and I probably should have, but I wonder how many different places have experienced their New Year's already. I know at least, what, 3 or 4? Oops. Okay, let's take a look. Alright, so far so good. I do believe that my beautiful, beautiful hair is next. Now this is one of the parts that I'm kind of concerned about, if I'm being completely honest with you. I don't know about this. You know what? Maybe I should do a different type. Let's see. The heck is Sumi? Just curious. Let's see. I could use. Well, I feel like I could use the fill tool, but I'm not gonna do that because that's not fun. If you hear explosions in the background and barking, I apologize. But yeah, like I was saying with the trash taste and their discussion about like copyright and music and stuff, it was kind of reassuring to know that it wasn't just like small content creators who were going through it with that. It's like, no, this is a problem that even people with millions of subscribers have to fight and deal with YouTube and its tyranny. And I mean, I suppose Twitch also has it, but I don't know. I haven't really had any issues aside from just, VODs getting muted, which, you know what? Fine. Whatever. Like a muted VOD, that's not messing with anybody's money. It sucks for the people who can't catch streams live, but it's not like a permanent mark on your channel. I mean, neither is a copyright claim, but I don't know, something about this video that you put tons and tons of time and work into making is all of a sudden making somebody else all of the money is just not cool to me. But it's cool to someone, which is why it's a system that's still in place. It's okay. When I started my channel, I said that I wasn't going to be afraid of, well, I was going to be afraid of censorship. But I probably should add copyright to that too, because you know what? Humans and their copyright functions are going to be the death of creativity. Mark my words. Like, yes, people have gotten creative in ways of trying to overcome and surpass it, but there's a lot of neat and interesting ideas that got squashed because and that there is the stuff that we hate to see. Wow, I really got lazy with the hair over here. Oh my gosh. I mean, I got really lazy with the hair over here. Okay, that's alright. Present me would not give past me any eggnog. Just saying. But past me had all the eggnog already. Which is why present me doesn't have any. Huh. You know, when I put it like that, past me is kind of a chump. Let's see. What's that do? Oop. Okay, the big brush ain't helping much. It's making this look crazy. It was a method that I've seen artists use where they like do something with the layers and they go to their line art layer and they're able to just drag the entire eraser tool across the whole canvas and delete any color that got out of the lines somehow. And I thought that I knew how to do that, but I don't. Dun, 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 dun. This will be a short stream. I cannot express to you in words how short this stream will be. And much like the other streams, will probably end very abruptly. At least this one won't end in anger, though. That'll be the key difference here. I don't want to fall into the habit of making way too many layers. So all of the color is going on one layer, and all of the shading is going to go on another. So when it comes to coloring next to color, I have to be careful. Gotta say, I figured it was gonna be louder around here. I appreciate this. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. This right here is what happens when you don't take full advantage over all of the tools available to you. But I wonder if it's narcissistic to draw images of yourself in like different styles like this. Go ahead and say yeah, maybe a little bit. Dun, dun. Make this brush a little bit bigger. It's starting to come together. You can see the white gaps, but I'll go back for those later. Okay. So Krita implemented, they call it time lapse, but I just know it as like a recording feature where you can get a video clip of all of your strokes from basically beginning to end. And the mechanics for doing that through Krita are so complicated that it's basically unusable. Hold on a second, I'm getting a call. Please excuse me. Yeah, that was the call that I was waiting for. Let me see. How much of this can I finish before I start to push it? Probably not a whole lot. I don't want to rush because I mean it's not going anywhere, but I do kind of also want to rush. Okay. I have a little get together to go to. If you guys are going out or doing anything for New Year's, make sure that you're safe and careful. I'm gonna go ahead and call it here, and I'll see you guys later. Have a happy New Year.